Well, hey kids, welcome back. Another episode of Smith Motorworks. In this episode, we're going to talk about if you've ever had a plastic dash panel where somebody has hacked out the section where the radio mounts. Now, if you're putting in an aftermarket radio head unit, really probably doesn't matter. You're going to customize it anyway. But if you're trying to make it look somewhat stock, uh, it's a big problem because they probably cut out the area where what we used to call the two knobber, posts would go into. And in my case, my '79 Firenza, but it could be anything with a plastic dash panel. Um, it's hard to locate it if you don't have those center points, where it fits in. So I'm going to show you what I did to get it looking back the way that it came from Lordstown, Ohio back then, and you can probably do the same thing with whatever you got out there. So let's get started. All right, here's what we started with. You can see there's an overlay that is pretty chewed up, and they cut the heck out of the opening. So pulled the overlay off, and you see that's basically what the base Monza and some of the lower vehicles had. Tried to make a smoother cut, simplify the wound, more to speak. And you can see the center lines that are marked on there, and kind of a long shot there where you can see get left, right, top, bottom, because I needed that for the faceplate that I'm going to cut up, and I got to cut the ears off of that and get that to fit the hole. All right, I got the faceplate adapter plate cut down and put in there. No glue on this. I actually used my hot stapler for plastic here. You kind of see the different, used a couple different pins. I got some inside corner ones. I got some kind of outside corner and some flush pieces. I just, kind of used what fit there. Good and bad thing. I mean, it works really good. I'll tell you, this thing was like a wet noodle without this piece in here. I've got this in here now. I mean, it's got some rigidity, similar to what it probably had from the factory. The downside to these things is these are kind of like little pieces of mechanics wire, more or less, and you got to trim the tails off of that, which I left some on here to show you. I trimmed some off here. You really the kit that I got, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's the cheapest one I can find, and they're not a whole lot different. You can get a nicer one, but I didn't know that I would use it very much, so I bought a super cheap one. But you got to snip these off here. Well, I mean, I guess you don't have to, on the backside here, but I kind of want to because, I forget, from time to time, and stick your hand up in there and jam one of these things, and that's an owie moment there. Probably run right underneath your fingernail or something like that. But even when you snip them off, it's still pretty sharp. I mean, it's a nice little dagger right there. So the kit comes with a pair of side cuts, but you should probably try to find some flush cuts, or some nippers as they call them, something to cut it up really close. I mean, I'm probably going to go back over this and try to kind of file it down anyway when I get it done. But I wanted to show you, what it was at this stage. I'll flip it over here and let you see how it looks from the front. Well, here's what it looks like with the adapter plate, faceplate installed. We saw the back side of it. Here's the front side. And you can run your fingernail across this, and there's pretty much no edge or lip there. Got it flush up at the top and flush on the bottom. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of body work on here, period, because this thing is just so rough. But you'll notice that the this has kind of like a camera case finish, and this is smooth. In this case, I don't care because there's a applique cover. You can see over here like this, that covers this up, and it will cover the finish up, and it'll cover the joint up too. So not really going to be a problem. I mean, we just need to fix what's shown here, which is this kind of satin black area around here, and we'll retouch this silver stripe here. But I'm really happy with this. Like I said, gave it a whole lot of structure where they had just hacked it out right here. We're going to do something with this. Did the same thing up here. They just went crazy and just chopped a big chunk of the plastic out of here. And the thing, it's got a metal frame bonded to it, but it really needs that structure, that plastic structure, to hold it together. So we're going to put back as much strength as we can into it and keep moving forward. Well, hey, what do you think about that one? I hope that the tips helped you out a little bit. Something you can adapt to any kind of plastic dash panel that you got. And those adapter plates are free or cheap. And like for me, I hoard that stuff, and I got plenty. You can probably talk to a buddy and get one for nothing if you don't want to buy one. But the big point is kind of splicing in that section that you can't get. Now, if you got something that's popular, Camaro, Mustang, something like that, from the popular years, they probably make a replacement patch for that. But a lot of times they don't. If you got something weird like we've got, dare to be different. Remember that. So if you are in that case like I am, then this should work for you. So hopefully it helped you out. And anyway, let me know. Got a lot of interaction with comments and whatnot, and I appreciate that. It's good to hear what people think. So good or bad, let me know. Like, subscribe, share, do that homework as always, and we'll see you next time on Smith Motorworks. How about that?